Okay, so whenever you see a static method or any programming question, our goal is to look at read just follow the step which I have mentioned. Okay, so at least to get the partial credit in your exams. Usually I don't think you have a question in your exam for programming question, but even when it comes to the interview or starting working on the programming, because at this point you should start solving those programming questions and take or look up online to multiple programming questions related to the topic. Array programming, write a static method. It means we are writing a static method. This is the method name that takes an array of integers as a parameter. So it means array of integers, that's the parameter, and returns a Boolean. It means we know the return type, we know the parameter, we know the method name. Our whole header is in front of us. So taking the array of integers, I'll show you how we take array of integer as a parameter and returns a Boolean. We are returning true and false, indicating whether or not all of the values are even numbers. True for yes, false for no. For example, if a variable called list stores the following values, this is your variable list, and these are the values, then the call for IsAllEven list should return true because each of these integer is an even number. If instead the list had stored these values, like let's say these values, so you are checking 2 even, 4 even, 6, 8, 10, 2, 8, 16, 7. As we have reached at this point, we saw an odd number. So when you see an odd number, it means there is no point of moving forward in checking rest of the list. Maybe we have 10 other values to check. No, we have to make a stop because there is no point. Don't wait till the end. So there's a point. So when you write your loop should check for the odd number. So if there is any odd, stop right away. Don't just go through the whole list and wait till the end to say it's a false and there was an odd value in our list. Okay, any questions related to the question? All clear? No questions? Okay, let's move on to Eclipse. Okay, so we have to write a method name IsAllEven, and we have a list. This is scanner input. The scanner will be for our, you can set it for your main method, but we are writing a static method. So I will be going outside of this main. This is where your main method ends, and this is where your class ends. So let's write a static method. Half of the information was already in the question: public, static, and what is the return type? What's the return type we are looking for? Our return is Boolean. Method name is IsAllEven. Even, and parentheses, we are accepting an array of integers. To accept, first of all, we are accepting the data type is integers. We write int like that, and array. It means it will be square brackets, and that's it. That's what we are accepting. So give a name to your array. Let's say A, or array of list. You can say list, starting curly braces, ending curly braces, and make space for your code. There will be an error because as your return type is Boolean and you're not returning, so that's why there will be an error. One thing to consider whenever you are working with array programming is that you need a loop. For loop is must. Now you have to think what will be the starting point of your for loop and what will be the ending point of your for loop. So I have this for loop for int I will be equals to what, where your for loop will start. Your task is a list is provided and you have to go through the whole list and look for even number. If all the numbers are even, it means return true. If any of the number is odd, return false. So our list will start, I will start with 0. The reason is all the indexes, array indexes are starting with 0 index, comma, I will be less than, like, now what's the ending point where we have to stop? Where we have to stop? Where we have to stop? What will be the loop looks like? List dot length, we have to go through the whole list till the end. What if we have the first scenario where you have all the even numbers, you're checking all the numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then we are checking all the numbers they're all even, and till the end, like we go at the end, and the last one is also even, then we can easily return true. So it means no matter what, we have to list dot length, we have to run our list till the end, and I plus plus, as you are starting with 0, and you need to increment your I variable. Now inside, as you are going through your list, let's say you are on 0 index, your 0 index is 2, so what will be your condition? What's the condition to keep on running or stop the loop? What's the condition when we have to stop? What's your condition? So when it comes to condition, it means we need if statement. If what we are looking at, if the value, your I is 0, so you're comparing the first value, which is, let's say, 2. The value is 2 at 0 index. So how you will get the value from that index and compare it, and what's the comparison looks like? What's the condition we are planning for? Like, is all even? So it means we are looking for even and odd, right? So first of all, get the value. How you will get the value? You write the array name, which is list square brackets I. So list square brackets I. If list square brackets I what? We are checking for even and odd. How to check if a number is even or odd? It's mod 2. If list of I, which is an even, let's say, and mod 2 what? Equals to 0, then it means true. Keep on running. So no matter what, this loop is running, whatever this condition is. The point of making a condition here is stop the loop. This if will stop the loop. So when we have to stop, then when mod 2 is not equals to 0, it means we see an odd number and stop the loop. Don't run the list till the end and stop it and return false, that we saw an odd number. So there is no point of checking the rest of the list. Stop the loop, return false. Otherwise, this is where your if condition ends, and this is where your for loop ends. It means we didn't see any of the for loop ends here. So it means you have gone through your whole list and there was no return false. So it means return true. The whole list is even number. Okay. Let's remove this code, and instead of asking values from user, what I will do is I will int square brackets a equals to new int, and I will say, sorry, not new int, I will directly assign, do a direct number 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So they are all even. This is a direct way of initializing your array, and I will call the method name in system.out.println, so that we can see the output system.out.println, and it will be is all even. Inside I will pass my array. My array name is a, simple a, and semicolon at the end. So it will print true and false. According to our values, it should print true. So let's run our code and see if our code works. My output will show up over here. Still loading. So it says true. So now let's make one of them, like 6, as an odd number, which is 3. Let's run our code, and it's false because we saw an odd number. Any questions on this code?